I mentioned earlier that you can use layers to stack content on top or behind of other content. In this movie, we'll explore how to work with layers in Flash. If you're following along, I'm in 11_layers.fla in the Chapter 3 folder in the exercise files folder. First, let's talk about naming our layers. So let's say I want to name this layer 1. You can see it at the very top of the timeline. If I want to change the name of that layer to robot, just to tell myself that that layer holds the robot layer. To change the name of a layer, double-click the name of the layer. Then type the name that you want to give the layer. So I'm going to type robot here. Then press Enter or Return on your keyboard to accept the change of the layer name. Now let's say on a different layer, or behind the robot and the stars, I wanted to create a background. So I want to create a layer called background. So to create a new layer, click the Insert Layer button. And that is in the bottom left corner of the timeline. Looks like a piece of paper folded up. So I'm going to click the Insert Layer button. The default name is Layer 2, so I'm going to double-click Layer 2 and change the name to Background. Press Enter or Return to accept the change. I want my background artwork to be behind the robot. As it is, any art that I put in the background layer will be in front of the robot. How do I know that? Because when I look at my layers, I can see that the background layer is above the robot layer. So what I need to do is drag that layer below the robot layer. You can do that by clicking and dragging down, and notice that thick line that moves with my mouse. When that line goes below the robot layer, release your mouse button, and the background layer is then below the robot layer. We'll learn about different types of layers and how to create them later on. But now that we know how to create layers and name them and organize them, we're ready to add a background to our robot scene.